It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Gitty. It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
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 It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the 101st Gitty Gang Show. The Gitty Gangsters proudly on stage here, wearing our brand new Gitty Gangster shirts. Mr. Nick Lanciano behind the producer's desk right here. His Gitty Gangster shirt still on the way. Pretty quick turnaround, but not quite quick enough for today's show. But anyway, thank you all for joining us. We have an all-new show lined up today, folks. Some good stuff. Huh? Yes. All right, we got some videos, of course, from some of our good friends. Got some cool new stuff to show off that we've been talking about for several weeks now. Just listed today on cbgitty.com. We want to welcome you. Got Ma Gitty out there joining from sunny Northern Ohio, the center of the universe, God's own earth, Northern Ohio. When people ask me where in Ohio I'm from, I say the nice part. The southern shore of Lake Erie there, it's a beautiful place. So we have a new kit prototype to show off, not currently visible in shot. Good, all by design. Yes. The giveaway of the 3-string mandolin thing by our good buddy Todd, Rev Todd of Primitive Guitars, going to be announcing the winner from amongst the millions of shares, comments, and likes. And it was all this guy. The last week's show received, we were able to narrow it down to one by random number generation methodology. Oh boy, I don't want to get into all of it. Of course, this weekend, tomorrow, in fact, the 10th annual Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival, at which a record will be set, we hope. Our own Glenn Watt doing yet another Watt Corner. Highlight of the show, I believe it's been called. Oh. And some other good stuff. A surprise at the end.
Yes.
Just cooked up this morning.
I hate surprise. Oh, thanks for letting me know right in time for the show.
Hold on to your onions. Well, this one doesn't require any particular button mashing out of our Nick over there. This is all on some other guys. All right. So, what's next? Speaking of Gitty Gangster gear, you see these shirts. A number of you have already ordered them. They are available through hobofiddle.com. hobofiddle.com. It's a separate site that I've set up specifically for cool new shirt designs, coffee mugs, tote bag, all sorts of good stuff on there, using some of the classic designs that we've had at CB Gitty and Cigar Box Nation in the past, and also some new stuff. This one, of course, is for fans and friends of the Gitty Gang Show. Available in sweatshirts now. I'm going to be adding tank tops and coffee mugs and tote bags and socks. I believe socks are an option. Everybody wants some Gitty Gangster socks.
I'll wear them.
Can we do, you remember that one we did with Glenn and Farley, the American Gothic?
Yeah,
can we
Box
get that
Gothic?
one on socks too? Cause...
Absolutely, folks, yes. So that is all available, and all of the proceeds, it's priced so that there aren't, honestly, really any proceeds on them, but the few bucks that it does raise, of course, goes to helping us keep the lights on. This show, all these lights, they don't come on by themselves. Anyway, some other new stuff this week, some things we're excited about. You want to do some of the
At this time, let's
Van Watt?
If we're kicking it off, then yes.
Consider it kicked, sir.
Kick it.
So, some new ceramic slides from our good buddy Janice Wilson Hughes. This one we're calling the Tupelo Honey because it has that beautiful honey amber kind of caramel color to it, and its size, it's what, 1 3/4, so it's perfect for 3-string cigar box guitar. This joins the lineup of slides we have from J-Dub. We lovingly refer to her as J-Dub, Janice Wilson Hughes. We got brick red and jaybird blue, cobalt blue, jade green, glossy black, white, and now Tupelo Honey.
Yeah.
But wait,
Oh,
there's more.
there is more.
Also, just earlier today, we have listed,
Yeah, man. Get it up there.
go on,
Yeah, sure. Do something useful.
the new tone bars. Tone bars, as you may know, tone bars are a special type of slide used for playing a lap steel style guitar. Of course, you know, we have a lap steel kit, a 2x4 lap steel kit that Shane Spiel helped us develop a while back that we sell at CB Gitty. Well, now we have tone bars handmade by Janice Wilson Hughes that you can use to play your 2x4 lap steel or any other lap steel. So hopefully someday we'll get somebody into the studio who can show us how these work.
David Comtois, if you're out
David.
there, David's a local-ish man who can play the heck out of a lap steel. And David Comtois, if you could come up from Massachusetts and help us display these.
We haven't seen David for a while. He's a friend of the show, hasn't been on in a while. He's actually been not too far away helping produce a play in Kittery, like not too far from here. So yeah, we gotta make that happen. Who we got out there, Glenn? I
Today-
know we've been doing a lot of flailing about and
We got
talking.
Bert from up in Maine.
Burton.
Burton Philbrook. We got Aaron CBGs. Janice Wilson Hughes, J-Dub. Ron Lutz is out there. Jason Gleason, who is also Jittery
Jittery
J.
J.
Pow, pow,
Wow.
pow. Shaq Collins
In
from
unison.
Jacksonville, representing the Shackiest. Sue Messias, our
Sue
a new
Messias.
favorite out in Cali.
She's going for the record of most builds in a year, I
know.
think. It seems like every other day Sue's posting, well, I threw this together. It's an ancient Egyptian. Yeah.
and it's got a ton of history.
Oh,
if,
yeah, all the, like,
if you're not familiar,
showing us
please-
up, Sue. You're showing
Yes.
us.
Please head over to the Friends of CB Gitty Facebook group and check out Sue Messias. If I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, I'm sorry, Sue. Sue's veritable cornucopia of handmade musical instruments. I said it. Veritable cornucopia of handmade musical instruments. All sarcasm aside, she's posted a ton of really good stuff, and each of them have a very descriptive post along with the pictures that describes the history and the whereabouts and the story behind the context of those instruments. She does a great job. She's a great sharer and contributor to that group, Friends of CB Gitty, on Facebook. I highly recommend checking it out. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah,
What
shout
this
out
one said.
to YouTube out there. Rick Gainey's out there.
Hey,
on
Rick, on
Hey.
YouTube.
Hey.
Sandrine from over in France, joining
Nice.
us every week.
Bonjour.
Well-
And then Rick Stevens and B. Hughes out there in
Nice,
YouTube
nice.
land.
Well, you know, YouTube, this giveaway for this 3-string mandolin thing guitar, the YouTube viewers you were part of the drawing. I took everybody who commented on that YouTube video from last week and added it to the list of all the Facebook sharers. So we're doing our best to fully involve our good friends that watch on YouTube who prefer, for various reasons, all understandable, to not be a part of Facebook. So, yeah, we'll be announcing the winner of this awesome little instrument here in a little bit, but seeing as how we've been talking for a while, let's
Do something.
shut up and play
Shut up and
something,
play
for
something.
God's
What are you gonna play?
sake. If you don't know, this is strung with three courses of 2 strings each that you play both strings at the same time as if it was a single string. Kind of like how a mandolin is set up, sometimes how dulcimers are set up. And Rev Todd, who built this and donated it to be given away, has diatonic fretting on it, which it can make it easier to pick out tunes, but for those of us who are used to chromatic, it can take a little bit of translating. But let's see what we can get here. In the key of G, it's a song that probably all of you have heard at some point. going through my little mic modeling amp that I have back here. I really like that amp. It's especially for piezo pickup instruments. It's almost like it has a preamp built in.
Nice.
It makes them sound good. Unfortunately, not what you'd call a cheap little amp. So, this we will announce the winner of soon. In the meantime, one more new product. We got the awesome new tone bars and the new slide from Janice Hughes. Just a couple of weeks ago, we added AJ Gaither's kazoo.
Yes.
Why don't I leave it in here, for God's sake? Hey! Well, AJ's handmade kazoos, but just this week, I finally got off my duff and assembled the prototype. What was that? Assembled the prototype of what will be the next kit available from CB Gitty. And no, I'm sorry, it's not the hobo fiddle yet. I'm sorry. I'll get to it. I promise. It is instead what I am calling, for now, the Piedmont POBro.
Nice.
The Piedmont POBro. Of course, the Piedmont area of North Carolina is one of the places where Appalachian style kind of blues music got going down there. This features one of our hubcap spun resonator cones made out of, what do we make them out of?
Paint can lid.
A paint can lid. A 1 gallon paint can lid.
But just to be clear, those are spun right here in New Hampshire in the Gitty shop. So.
Yeah. Lately, all of them by our good buddy Jeff Rich, who works here at CB Gitty. He and I together kind of figured out the process for how to spin them. And yeah. So this, it is a dobro style. It's got that metal resonator in there. POBro is kind of a name that, the poor man's dobro, or poor person's dobro, you might say, the POBro, because of course a dobro is still a trademarked brand name. You can't call it a dobro. Low G strings on it right now. That low, kind of growly bass, not bass, but low bluesy style. I want to try it with some higher pitch strings on it, what we call the mountain tenor set of strings, which Nick's been working on the listings. String sets for all of these tenor guitars will soon be available separately. Both electric, acoustic, 3-string and 4-string versions will soon be available. I am sorry to you, to everyone, that it has taken us this long. I've been promising it. Anyway, I want to try it with the higher strings, but I was comparing the sound of this, I should have brought the other one in, to the Reso plate, the license plate resonator we recently launched, and that one has a full rich sound, but it's definitely got a more metallic edge to it. This one has a more kind of a satiny, velvety tone, and you kind of get a little bit of that. There's just a little bit of an edge that you get from that dobro cone in there. It's really... I like it. It's got a cool sound to it, and I want to try it with the high-pitched strings. So this, coming soon, the Hobro. I didn't call it a Hobro, did I?
Nah.
I like that, though. Hobo, Hobro.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Ron Lutz at the Hobro there.
I love it.
Scale length 23 inches. All of these, this line of tenor type kits we've been doing, the Tupelo tenor, the Mountain tenor, and then the license plate Reso, the Reso plate, and now this, they are all 23-inch scale, which I think is a much better standard scale length than 25. I'm gonna come out and say it. I know 25.
Say, why is it
Well,
better?
it's
Not just
in there.
better, why better?
Why do you think it's better?
Because you said so.
No, you've heard us talk before about why we like it better. I like playing fingered chords, where you're kind of using multiple fingers on multiple strings to form chords instead of just moving the one finger around. Because really, what kind of jamoke would just move one? One finger lessons by our good buddy Glenn White. Very humorous. What was I saying? Anyway, fingered chords, and to make those stretches on a 3-string to form some of these chords, you got to stretch. And on 25, like I pick up a 25-inch scale. We've got a couple around here. Like I can't play the way that I normally play on them. So 23, to be honest, I like even a little shorter scale, like down in the 20-inch, 19-inch range. Easier to play.
And
J-Dub prefers short scale.
yeah, and for whatever it's worth, aside from fingering chords, also if you're building with a small box, a shorter scale neck also just looks better.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I think looks better, more proportional to a small box.
Yeah, it can.
You know, but there's
It's
that.
all personal preference.
It's all personal preference.
Manitoba Hal been building 19-inch recently.
Nice. Want to say hi to Paul Lewis, by the way. Good to see you, Paul.
I got nothing. All right, so the poor man's POBro, the Piedmont POBro, the HOBro, whatever we're actually going to call it. Honestly, it's pretty well set. I just got to write the how-to guide, which is always the least fun part of any new kit. What have we got? We got somebody else to do something? No, we're right into a song.
Oh.
Lord of mercy. No, let's run the new video. We got another video from our buddy Rev Todd over at Primitive Guitars. He's holding something that looks a little bit like this 3-string mandolin thing. Let's see what he's got to show us this week.
Gitty Gang and Cigar Box Nation. I'm Rev Todd. I build primitive guitars. This is the sister guitar to the guitar that's going to be given away today. So she looks different, but is basically the same. Mirrored strings across, so she's a regular 3-string that just happens to have 6. I think they're a lot of fun. Diatonic fretting is something that I've kind of gotten into. I've got fairly bad arthritis, so having a few less notes to hit sometimes for me makes me actually hit them. I understand why some people would want extra frets. Honestly, you can play more songs that way, but I think these are fun, especially when you're starting out. Shorter scales are great too, because you don't have to stretch as much and everything like that. They're fun, do 'em, do 'em, do 'em. Anyways, this is what the other one is made like, or how it is made, so. They're fun. I'm sure whoever gets it should enjoy it. I hope to be friends with them shortly, if I'm not currently. Building another one right now. Most of the way done. She's going to be great. She's going to be like that one, except for strung like a 12-string in a sense of fat, skinny, all the way across, where the other one is just the duplicate strings. It's going to be great. Love these. These Gitty files. I'll go more into my neck construction some other time, but 100% worth it. And I'm a cheapskate, and great tool. Anyways, I'm excited to see who wins today. Please contact me when you do so we can say hi. Thank you, Gitty. Have a great day.
You know, we got to get that guy. We got to get him here to Gittyville one of these days. Thank you, Rev Todd, for all the great work you're doing. Hey, we got George Steele out there. Hey, buddy. Might see you a little later this evening at a get-together that's being held in lovely Dover town. If it's the same George. Yeah, it's him. All right. So, earlier today, Glenn came to me, looked over the divider wall to my desk area and said, why don't you sing one of yours today on the show? I'm like, all right. So this is a new one that I've written. Tomorrow is the funeral and celebration of life for my friend Charlie Boyle, who passed away last month. And I've been writing 7 or 8 or 9, I don't know how many songs now, kind of inspired about Charlie, inspired by his life. Well, tomorrow is the big day. We're gonna laugh and cry and tell stories and sing and carry on. There might be a few adult libations present, so it's gonna be a good old-fashioned Irish thing. So anyway, this is a song that I wrote about Charlie based on true stories of when he would go to Fenway Park. He's a Boston sports fan all through his life. Actually, most of his life. He'd go down to Fenway to see the Red Sox, and he was famous for hollering at the outfielders of the other team, running smack, talking smack, however you want to call it. It's a long tradition amongst sports fans, and Charlie was particularly good at it. He had a voice that could carry piercingly, and he'd get thrown out. The ushers would have enough, they'd come get him, throw him out. Well, what they didn't know, as this song memorializes, Charlie went with 2 tickets. So that when they threw him out, boy, he could get right back in. So this song is about that. We'll always buy a second ticket just in case they throw you out. You never know just what is gonna come. And if you got that second ticket, you'll be fine through thick and thin. Just go round to another gate and get yourself back in. Well, I had a good friend, Charlie Boyle was his name. There's nothing he liked better than a Boston baseball game. But those ushers down at Fenway thought he was a little wild. They tried to throw him out, but Charlie played him like a child. So always buy a second ticket just in case they throw you out. You never know just what is gonna come. And if you've got that second ticket, you'll be fine through thick and thin. Just go round to another gate and get yourself back in. Well, 2-Ticket Charlie was the name they knew him by. And when he got to going, boys, he'd laugh until you cry. But those Yankee outfielders, they weren't such a fan. He'd get 'em so mad they'd want to charge into the stands. True story. Now buy a second ticket just in case they throw you out. You never know just what is gonna come. And if you've got that second ticket, you'll be fine through thick and thin. Just go round to another gate and get yourself back in. Well, I've spent my days a-roving and rambling through the land. I never had much worry if things didn't go to plan. And I cannot see the future, but it's sure to turn out grand, as long as I've got that second ticket in my hand. So always buy a second ticket just in case they throw you out. You never know just what is gonna come. And if you've got that second ticket, you'll be fine through thick and thin. Just go round to another gate and get yourself back. Alright, here's the moral of the story. We're waiting for it to come around on the guitar right now. Well, if you're feeling kind of old, think you're near in the end, you think that old reaper's about to send you round the bend. Well, you know just how to fool him. It truly is no sin. Just use that second ticket, you'll be living again. So always buy a second ticket just in case they throw you out. You never know just what is gonna come. And if you've got that second ticket, you'll be fine through thick and thin. Just go round to another gate and get yourself back in. Yeah, but 2-Ticket Charlie. They say one time he went to a Celtics game, you know, a basketball game down there at what is now TD Garden, used to be known as Boston Garden. And he's up way, way, way up, he and his friends. And he's doing his thing. He's hollering. And a few rows up, a couple of young guys turn around and look at him and say, "Have you ever been to Fenway?" Because they knew. They had heard him before that say, nothing heavy cutter, as Charlie always used to say. What do we got next?
Is there a J-Dub video?
There is a J-Dub's video.
No, perfect time.
Yeah. So we've got a video from Janice Wilson Hughes for you now. She's, I think, doing a little picking,
Yeah, she's got
perhaps a little grinning. Oh, she got something to say?
Yeah, she had something to say about it.
Oh, let's hear it.
Before or after, I don't know. But J-Dub made a short video here playing one of her new Tupelo honey slides that then started carrying here at CB Gitty. You'll see it again, the Tupelo honey slide that she's playing. She writes, I spent a year dialing in the exact design of these slides to deliver the tone and sustain that I like. Not many glazes, the glazes on the ceramic slides, not many glazes passed the performance test for my ears, and I'm happy to say this new color made my ears very happy. I'm usually more of a ballad player, but when I want to play an upbeat slide ditty, this is my go-to jam. The license plate guitar that you see Janice playing, that's one of her builds. She writes, the LPG I'm playing is an older build of mine that I recently went back and updated with new tricks I've learned to make it more comfortable to play. I love this tone on this guitar. It's my favorite CBG pickup, a snake oil pickup. And the tuning, if you are wondering when she's playing, the tuning on this 4-string license plate guitar of hers is E, B, E, G sharp. So it's an open E major chord.
So like a G, D, G, B, just down 2 full steps.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, so
Or
it's,
a step and a half.
aside from I think there's a couple of good things in there to note. Aside from Janice's awesome playing, which you'll hear this awesome slide of hers. And you're also going to see not only something that I don't ever subscribe to. I just never do. I build something, I either give it away or tear it apart and use the parts for something else eventually. And Janice is one of those smart players that keeps to the guitars and then will go back to them now and again and make adjustments as she learns more or develops a different taste. And I have a lot of respect for that.
So what your theme song is? Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Like Mama always said.
So here's Janice.
Awesome.
Welcome back. Thank you for sending that in, Janice. And we'd like to send out a special welcome to some new viewers. Who we got out there, Nick?
Scott Luce is new, and then Sean. I'm probably going to butcher your name, Sean, so I apologize. Pidgeot. He's first time viewing this live, so thank you for joining us.
Well, welcome.
Thanks, Sean.
And we don't always, actually, we very rarely take requests during regular shows, but our new viewer there, Scott, asked for some Lead Belly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh, geez, what? I know. Anyway, here's one that we kind of know. And I'm playing this on the new prototype, Piedmont POBro. I don't think Lead Belly was from the Piedmont region. That's not how it goes. All right. Well, you wake up in the morning, hear the church bell ring, and they march you to the table, see the same damn thing. Ain't no food upon the table, ain't no pork up in the pan, but you better not complain, boys, you get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special stand a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. That'll do for now. Welcome aboard, Scott.
Yeah.
All right, and now,
See a bunch of new names out there.
all sorts of new names
All
out
sorts.
there. Woo! Anyway, without further ado, it's time for
Oh. Hey! Nicely done, sir.
What Corner, everybody.
Joe's always springs right on you, don't it? All right then. So, welcome back to Walk Corner, where we get to share the awesome stuff that you've already posted, but now we get to do it on this scale. And we're really digging it. And I'm going to work on some sort of intro. It's always going to be messy like that. So if you know me well enough by now, that's pretty much what comes out of my mouth. Just, ah. So first up, we have from here, I'm really psyched about this. I was so stoked about it that I had to show Ben as soon as we got it on the screen and the computers in the offices. And this is Larry R. Larry R. built, he writes, if I may, I built this milk can base from plumbing pipe, oak, and a bass fiddle string. The lever configuration that you'll see took some time to work out the mechanics of it. And please, Nick, I'm sorry, I think there are 8 of these. You are welcome to scroll through them as you wish. You can see here a slightly different view of this milk can upright base with the lever action. That is what essentially changes the pitch of the string. Larry writes, the can is held on the support, a plumbing pipe support you can see there, with an adjustable clamp that he constructed also out of oak. He added a pulley and a tuning peg in the handle so the string would not wear across the top of the pipe, and you'll see that in a later picture. The tuning peg is from CB Gitty. Look at that little clamp that he's got on the side of the milk can, by the way, and the angling of the pipes. This is just really, Larry, I don't know if you watch the show, I hope you do, but this is awesome. And this handle, beautiful handle. You can see the string coming up over the handle, up over the pipe. He's got a pulley, which you'll see in a little bit, on top, and a little tuning peg. Really clever stuff. And this isn't the first time that Larry's been on the Gitty Gang Show, in a walk corner, whatever you want to call it. I think we've had another upright bass of his as well up in this corner. Now, he writes that the lever action changes the tone of the bass, which we've already stated, and because of that can especially, there's a nice reverberating tone that comes out of the can. And as you can see, the handle there, it's got an interesting way of, there it is. Look at this, you can see this is a top view. There's the pulley on top of the handle, the tuning peg where the string attaches, and so off the top of your screen there is where your hand would go to pull down on the string to change the pitch. And then later on there in the pictures, you can see here the pipe bass. That is the base of the milk can, the upright milk can bass guitar. And thank you. Just a really stellar job. I think all in all, well, that's definitely the first milk can bass I've ever seen. And,
well, they're calling it a, like Les Claypool played a whamola.
Whamola.
That this is reminiscent of that.
Yes. We also have our own upright bass here that has that whamola design.
Oh, that's right.
Don't worry about it. Which is the 5-gallon bucket bass. Anyhow,
It's
but
not nearly as cool looking.
no, not this is. Yeah, don't. That's why would you put me to shame like this? This milk can bass is awesome. So thank you very much, Larry R. Now next up we have David H. David H. shared. Now, David, if you're out there, I want to say that I wish I could have done better with these images. This is all on me, but so they're tiny, tiny little images in this larger image. I thought, thinking I'm too smart for my own good, thought I could get the images larger. I can't, but you can see especially on a desktop computer, these like explosion bodies. They are basically anti-body guitars. David writes that his first 8 guitar builds were cigar boxes, but in building them, he acquired the skills and knowledge that evolved into this personal genre of guitar design, which he calls antibody. So you can see these antibodies don't actually have like a solid resonating body. They're little pieces of wood that he has shaped and worked into such a fashion to have these like almost like an exploded view of a what do you smart people call those, like mechanical diagrams where you have an exploded view of a piece. That's kind of what these guitar bodies look like, and they're all electrified. He makes them out of exotic hardwoods, and I believe if you want to look him up, it's Hopkins, David Hopkins, Hopkins Guitars. He's been working on these antibodies, and I see Nick's kindly making up for my lack of intelligence by he's actually working on one of these images right here, right now that you'll see.
Wait for it.
Pow, pow, pow. Look at that. Some really cool stuff. So David, if you're out there, you can thank Nick for saving this, but I gotta say that you built some really cool stuff, and I was really excited to have those pictures sent to us, and I'm excited to share them here on Walk Corner. So this is awesome. Look at these things.
He's an architect, right?
Yes, architect. Yes.
The maker of these is
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a smart guy.
clever.
Yeah. So thank you very much, David H. Now, next up we have from a tried and true Cigar Box guitar community member, Randy, down in Texas, and he made himself a lap steel out of a skateboard deck. I love this. You got great graphics on this deck. We've been seeing a ton of lap steels lately, whether they be oars or 2x4s or whatever, and for good reason, especially with these tone bars coming out now. I'm really psyched. Nick's calling up the graphics here, the mystery romp graphics. I don't remember who the skater is, but awesome stuff. And Randy just had shared that he also built on the bottom of this a resonating chamber. So not only does it serve as an electric lap steel, but you'll also see, now look at this, you can see how he's feathered. The machine has the tuning pegs across the top of the guitar there. Beautiful work. If I remember correctly, he's got the CB Gitty acrylic fretboard, laser cut fretboard that you can use for fret lines. It doesn't have actual frets. It's a slide played instrument, but you can see the fret lines on it. And having a clear acrylic fretboard installed allows you to still maintain the graphics underneath it. So whether you're putting some fancy, like a perloid underlay underneath that acrylic fretboard, or you can maintain the graphics like you see here on the skate deck, just really super stuff. And now you can see there the two little sound holes by the bridge, by the pickup, that allow this thing to also have some acoustic resonance, so some more sustain to the instrument. So thank you. You're so awesome, Nick. Thank you for saving me on this.
And he's out there himself,
Hey,
Mr.
Andy.
Randy H.
So you can y'all, he's out there right now, so you should definitely give him a thumbs up on this. And that is, you can see the box that he built on the back of the deck there, which gives it not only a place to sit on your lap evenly, and a place to hide the electronics and the wires and whatnot, but also gives it just that little bit of acoustic oomph that helps ring the strings underneath. So good stuff. I'm really stoked that you shared this, Randy. So thank you very much, and thank you for your supporting CB Gitty and getting our parts on there too. Awesome. And last up, we've got just a sweet picture from Susan M. She sent this, and I just was really psyched to have yet another lady out in the CBG community. Little by little, I'm seeing the ladies pop up, and that seriously makes me really happy and really warms my heart. And she's in her private space. I don't know if she watches the Gitty Gang Show. I hope she does, because I'm really psyched that she has this private space filled with her instruments. And this one in particular, she had bought a belt. She had posted that she had bought a belt and is using that as a guitar strap right now. And the guitar just happens to be the first guitar that she's ever built, a Cigar Box guitar with a CB Gitty kit. Thank you very much, Susan. I know what it's like to have a little private space to yourself and to be able to hide away and practice your art and have those moments where you get to just experience music in your own time. So this is awesome stuff, and I'm glad to see you out there, Susan, enjoying Cigar Box guitar. So thank you very much. That has been... He's almost got it over here on his upright bass. Hey, look at this guy.
I didn't build it. Glenn Watt built this.
Oh,
There's your bucket.
Yeah.
Lever up on top is a gut bucket.
Oh, it was a thing, people. It was a thing. You're not going to be able to hear.
Supposed to be a competition between the two of you.
Oh yeah, I never did my part.
Not much of a competition. It was a one-man competition.
He won. Let's just say.
And I lost. Wait a minute. It was only one person in it.
So before we move on, a couple of things that I forgot to talk about earlier. One is that we've been loving on Janice Wilson Hughes today. Well, every time she sends a package to CB Gitty, she includes a little something extra in it. And this week it was a joke, a comedic styling with some, you can't see it, but some hand-drawn art. So, Glenn Watt, why do seagulls live by the sea?
I don't know.
Nice picture of a seagull here on the front. Because if they lived by the bay, they would be bagels.
Oh, that's good.
A nice picture of a bagel there.
I can't.
Nick didn't. Shut up. We're done. You're done.
Love it.
So thank you again, Janice, for
That's
that.
awesome.
One other new thing this week. I hope he hasn't had a stroke yet. Because thought I forgot it. One more new thing this week. The listing just went live. It's been here in front of me the whole time.
Yes.
This, my friends, is a wicked bucker, hand wound by our good buddy Marty Tauber up there on the coast of Maine. We've been carrying wicked buckers for a good while now, over a year. This one's different. What's different? It is 3 inches wide. It is designed for 6-string guitars. This is a handmade in the USA surface mount 6-string guitar humbucker pickup.
That's awesome.
It's pretty awesome for just a few bucks more than the 3 and 4 string ones. So we've got a limited supply of these 6-string Wicked Buckers for now. Currently just available is the bare pickup. We're going to see if we can get into the wiring kits and the pre-wired solderless, but for right now, we have them. We have them. Very excited about that.
Yes. Awesome. That's what I got.
Thought he had more.
No,
All
well,
right.
if you want to hear it, I think there's a video in Marty on Marty's Facebook timeline. You'll likely be able to hear a video of one of those 6-string Wicked Bucker, 6-string Wicked Bucker humbuckers played. So whether it be on Marty Tauber's, Martin Tauber's Facebook timeline, or in his Maine Made CBGs group, I believe he also might have posted it there. So good stuff. Thank you very much, Marty.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Well, we're getting now to the giveaway time for this. Just one thing before we do. Tomorrow is the Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival, 10th annual, at which Shane Steele will be there. He's performing. They're going to try to set a new world record for the most number of cigar box guitars, the largest cigar box guitar ensemble. John Bernick, Johnny Stompbox, has been busy building guitars, loaner guitars, for the people to use. I think he ended up building 30 of them. And of course, people have their own, so they're going to be playing Bad to the Bone. I can't do it on this. It doesn't have the fret.
Yeah.
Close. Yep, diatonic can do a lot. It can't do Bad to the Bone. Anyway, actually it couldn't. No, it can't. Lied again.
But tomorrow,
What you got there, Glenn?
But tomorrow at the 10th annual Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival in York, Pennsylvania. Good friends Louis LaManna are going to be out there.
Yep.
Magic Daddy Matthew Simpson.
Matthew
I
Simpson.
think so. I think so.
I know Jim Morris is going to be down there.
Gosh,
John Nickel and Uncle Tom driving up from Huntsville, Alabama, going to be there.
Yep.
All sorts of people.
Yep.
I wish, unfortunately, I won't be there because I've got my friend Charlie Boyle's thing to go to.
But
And,
other performers will be those Barron Boys, Rouston Chuck Ouston,
Rouston Chuck.
the Alley Cats, who, if you don't know, are the 2 young gentlemen in what used to be the cover photo on Cigar Box Nation. I don't know who's there now.
Oh yeah, the old tintype photo.
Yep.
Well, both the Alley Cats and the Barron brothers. Casey Barron has been performing there for years. Before we performed there, he was the little kid running around, and now he's up on stage.
Yeah.
Awesome to see these younger people, kids, making this music, playing these instruments, building their own instruments. It's an amazing thing. Go ahead.
And One String Willie will be performing as well. I don't know if he's just going to be doing musical performances, but he also in the past has done a walkthrough, essentially like a history lesson about diddly bows, whilst he builds a diddly bow out of the most crude, I'm not saying this in a bad way, the crudest of materials, the most simple of resources.
2x4, a couple of nails, a couple of bottles, and a string.
And then he starts playing. It's awesome
he plays
stuff.
the hell out of it.
Like Ben's already said, Johnny Stompbox and the Stompers will be there. Frontier Dentists, DIY-atronics, a very raucous, if I remember correctly, performer. Awesome stuff. Who else? Agape Blues.
Yeah.
Shane Steele and the Snakes. John Nickel, good man John Nickel from Alabama. J.P. Williams Blues Band. Traveler, Deja Blue, and of course,
I forgot.
Darstella Bada.
Darstella Bada making the trip up.
That's
or
awesome.
Over. She's in Maryland, right?
Yeah, she's hitting all the performances. She's working hard.
So
She's an impressive
And
woman.
the good news for those of us, I saw someone said, love to go, but 2,000 miles away. The good news is the whole darn thing's going to be live streamed on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Through the tubes. It will come to you, and you can watch it. There's a blog post on cbgitty.com, I believe. We might have it embedded on the front page of the Nation. I'm not sure. So, yeah.
I do know that Shane put up a blog post. It's the top blog post on cbgitty.com, the news section in the far left-hand column. It has all the streams, so you can find all the streams in
through
one
the
place.
tubes with the webs.
With the webs, all in one spot.
All in one spot.
Yes.
All right, so without further ado, what I did was I took the names of all of the people who shared last week's show on Facebook, and also all of the folks who commented on the YouTube stream, put all of those into a list, ran a random number generator, and picked number 25 out of the list, and number 25 was David Douglas of, I believe, Carrollton, Texas, down there in the great state of Texas, is the winner of this 3-string mandolin thing. I'll be contacting David via Facebook, as he was one of the Facebook viewers, to get his address. If we don't have it already, we might already have it, I don't know, and get this fine thing sent off to him. So thank you all so much for watching, not just last week, but any week you can, whether you are able to catch the live show or you watch it after the fact. Thank you for sharing, commenting, liking, giving suggestions, telling us when we need to shut up and play. Always well received.
Always.
So we appreciate you, and we're happy that you're able to be here and be a part of it
Yes.
with us. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
To David.
What else? You got more festivals? Don't forget about Rusty's Festival.
Well, next month, just over a month and 5 days or so, is the Georgia International 3rd Annual Cigar Box Guitar Festival. There's other good stuff coming up. Don't forget, you can get on hobofiddle.com and get yourself a Gitty Gangster shirt, sweatshirt, and there's some other designs on there you might recognize too. The Hard Times Make Great Music and all sorts of good stuff. That's about all we have, but as we've been sitting here, it occurs to me that we just can't end the show without trying out. I want to try out one of these tone bars.
Oh, yeah.
And, it just so happens that I've got a lap steel here, built by Shane Steele from one of our 2x4 lap steel kits. It just so happens that Kim Starling was
It comes
nearby.
with Kim Starling. Tone bars.
So,
I'll take 2.
no, gonna see what we can. Oh, heavens! So this is gonna be the Gitty Gang theme song, a little bit different. Let's see. We've rehearsed it literally 1.5 times. So, what could go wrong? You mean this?
No, him.
Oh, him? Well, see, for him to stand, it's got to be louder than you think it'd be for them to hear it.
I've been listening to the whole show.
She's
It's
been
pretty
listening to
loud.
the whole show. It's pretty loud, folks. So we're
He
gonna.
thinks I just got here.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, it's fine. Well, it's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Gitty.
We come to you live every Friday afternoon at 2. You're gonna do that. I say we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 2.
We come at 2, we come at 2.
If we don't see ya, don't know what we'll do.
Oh no,
That's the one I don't know, I told you.
Well, all you need is a stick, a box, and some strings.
some strings, some strings, some strings.
All you need is a stick, a box, and some strings.
Some strings, some strings, some strings.
When you put them all together, you know they're gonna ring. There it is. There it is. No, that's not it.
Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Say the Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Say the Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Yeah, the Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV.
I don't know where to go. It's perfect. Thank you, everyone, for playing along. We will hopefully see you again next week. Thank you.